People ask me all the time, did you see bodies? Did you see beheaded bodies? Yes, I dealt with bodies, and I dealt with heads, and I dealt with different parts of bodies. People ask me, did you see any horrific things of rapes? I said, yes. I walked into a house in Be'eri, and there was a woman leaning on her own bed. She was shot from the back of her head. But when we turned her over, she was half naked. When we turned her over to lay her down on the floor to put her into the bag, she had a grenade, an open grenade in her hand. And then the guy asked me, did you see that they raped her? I said, listen, if I'm not stupid enough to ask that question, but that's the answer that I told him. If you see a woman half naked leaning on her own bed, holding a grenade in her hand that she shouldn't move when she was raped, that's not a question, did she get raped or not? How many bodies did we found that were naked? How many different things that guys from my unit, from Zaka, took care of people and families, and we saw horrific things? There's no question that the world has to understand what happened over here around Gaza area is something that the world has to know, and we have evidence for everything. We have pictures for every scene that we dealt. My own hands. Everything I'm telling you are things that I personally took care of. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you pass it on to the world. There was a lump of cement. That lump of cement, we picked it up and we found there a body of a child. That was one lump. On the other side, there was another lump in that one. The first room was a child around between 5 and 6 years old. But the second room was a child who was between 3 and 4 years old. According to his jaw, that's the way that we check to see the age of the child. But that child had a knife stuck through his head from side to side. And there was a hammer with a piece of skull of that child on the floor next to that child.